What's up, Chicago? It's an honor to be a part of this moment. Derrick, congratulations. You represent what it means to be a Chicago Bull. Thank you for believing in this city. Thank you for giving everything you had. And thank you for inspiring the next generation. Once a Bull, always a Bull.
Derrick Rose just showed the world how a real legend steps away, calmly, proudly, with his jersey lifted into the rafters where it belongs. No drama, no begging for applause, just respect earned and returned, a farewell done the right way. Chicago didn't just celebrate a player, they honored an era. While the city was wrapped in snow and freezing temperatures, fans still lined up outside the United Center just to catch a glimpse of the man who once carried their hope on his shoulders. That alone tells you everything. This wasn't hype, this was love. Inside the arena, Rose sat beside Joakim Noah, Luol Deng, Taj Gibson, the old guard, the ones who lived the grind together. No fake smiles, no forced speeches, just shared memories and quiet pride. It was controlled, emotional, and honest. Exactly how a sports retirement should look.
From Chicago, number 1, Derrick Rose.
And that's where the contrast starts to sting a little. Because while Chicago is closing a chapter with dignity, Los Angeles feels stuck flipping the same page over and over. One legend walked away at 38, knowing his body and the game had reached a natural stopping point. The other is still clinging on at 41, trying to convince everyone that nothing's changed. Let's be clear, nobody is pretending LeBron James didn't dominate the league for 2 decades. He did. The points, the rings, the records, it's all real. That part of the story is locked in forever. But the question people are whispering now is different. At what point does longevity stop being legendary and start looking uncomfortable? LeBron is pulling in $52 million this season. $52 million. For a 41-year-old who can't carry a team night after night anymore, no matter how much the highlights try to sell it. The effort is there, sure, but the impact isn't what it used to be, and fans can feel that shift. What made Derrick Rose's moment hit so hard was the awareness. He knew when to step aside. He didn't force the crown to stay on his head. He placed it down himself with class. And that's why the cheers felt different. Now the league is watching 2 paths unfold. One man exits with grace. The other keeps pushing, and the longer it goes, the louder the debate gets. While Rose is retiring as a hero, LeBron is slowly becoming the guy who stays at the party way too long after the music fades and the lights flip on. The vibe changes, the crowd shifts, and suddenly, what once felt legendary just feels awkward. Fans are tired. The media is tired. And you know the Lakers front office has to be staring at that $52 million cap hit, wondering how many problems that money could have solved instead of funding a 41-year-old's extended farewell tour. That number isn't symbolic, it's suffocating. The irony here is thick enough to cut clean. If LeBron had announced a retirement tour this season, the league would have rolled out the red carpet instantly. Automatic all-star votes, endless tributes, standing ovations in every city, not because he's still dominant, but because the NBA loves protecting its icons. He could have gone arena to arena, soaking in love, collecting plaques, video tributes, and emotional moments, and walked away like royalty. Instead, he opted in, took the money, and made everyone sit through him trying to keep pace with 22-year-olds who grew up watching his highlights on an iPad.
There's not that many jerseys retired in the Chicago stadium. Like, this is not just a jersey retirement. You got a lot of arenas where jerseys get retired, and there's somebody, you be like, who is that? And not the Chicago Bulls arena. It ain't that many. It's about 4 or 5 up there. And so this is huge that we get that after Jordan, you know, in that era, that we get another player, you know, in this new era. Jersey retired. Man, D Rose, you're him.
Derrick Rose's ceremony felt different because it was real. It was a Chicago moment. He talked about being a vessel for the city, not a brand, not a headline. He wasn't chasing stats or squeezing the last dollar out of the Bulls. He knew when it was time. There's dignity in that awareness. LeBron, on the other hand, seems to have missed that memo. Yes, playing alongside his son is a cool father-son moment for about 5 minutes. But when that moment costs $52 million and leaves the team stuck in the middle of the standings, it starts feeling less inspirational and more self-centered. Look at the message Chicago sent by retiring Rose's jersey. They placed him alongside legends. They waited. They didn't rush it while he was bouncing around the league as a bench piece. They waited until the man was at peace with his career and his body. Timing mattered. LeBron is doing the opposite. He's treating the league like a personal piggy bank, soaking up a roster spot, a massive chunk of the salary cap, and all the oxygen in the room. Meanwhile, fans in Chicago stayed in their seats long after the final buzzer just to watch Rose cry. They loved him because he felt like one of them. LeBron has spent his career as a global brand, which is fine. But brands don't feel loyalty. Brands maximize profit, and that's exactly what this looks like right now. A cash grab, an ego move, a refusal to accept that the King James era is firmly in the rearview mirror. Most legends know when to shift roles. They take smaller contracts. They mentor. They guide the next generation. LeBron is still acting like the league revolves around him, while Rose is sitting comfortably with his old teammates, enjoying a legacy that's actually intact. And the double standard is wild. If Derrick Rose had tried to hang on until 41, hobbling around while making $50 million, the same media would have shredded him. But because it's LeBron, we're supposed to be grateful to watch him jog back on defense. And let's be honest about that defense. This season, it's been optional at best. Roaming is just a polite way of saying he's standing in the paint, hunting for a highlight block while his man drains open shots. The season didn't even start clean. He missed opening night for the first time in his entire career. Since coming back, the numbers look fine on paper, but the impact doesn't match. He's getting worked by players who weren't even alive when he was drafted. The respect shift is real. Young stars aren't intimidated anymore. They don't hesitate. They don't fear the chase down block. They see slower feet, gray in the beard, and a legend who's no longer untouchable. Even former players are starting to say it out loud. Questions about skipped events, questions about effort, questions that would have been unthinkable a few years ago. The aura is fading, and once that's gone, the conversation changes fast. That's the difference between knowing when to step away and refusing to let go. The invincibility is gone. That part of the story already ended. Derrick Rose gave everything he had to Chicago, and even without a championship banner, the city treats him like a winner. Not because of stats, not because of rings, but because he was real.
Man, entering year 23, you started to play golf now. It's your 23rd shoe.
Yeah.
You're on the Forever King Tour. These things seem to have some sort of commonality. Are you hinting something at us?
No, I'm not, I'm not hinting at anything. I mean, obviously, I know I'm on the other side of
That hump?
the hump for sure. Come on now, like I'm not going to play another 23 years. That's for damn sure. And I'm not about to play another 10. So I'm definitely gearing up to where the end is. I'm not there yet, but I'm super blessed to be able to, sit here. Like I said, you said year 23, another signature shoe. I done picked up golf. Listen, guys, every time I pick up something new does not mean retirement. It's like, oh, I've seen him with chopsticks. Oh, he's retiring. Oh, I've seen him wear a t-shirt that's too big. Oh, retirement. Oh, he picked up golf, retirement. It's like, it's just something I want to do. It's just a little hobby. But retirement is coming. It is coming. It's just not here just yet.
Rose didn't have a marketing rollout for his goodbye, no brand activation, no carefully managed farewell narrative. He played until his body said no, and then he stepped away. Quietly, honestly. That's why the respect feels so heavy. LeBron, meanwhile, is doing the opposite. He's so focused on controlling his legacy that he's slowly damaging it. Every extra season makes the conversation colder. Every opt-in changes how people remember him. Instead of being the guy who ruled the 2000s and 2010s, he's starting to look like the guy who drained the Lakers dry in his 40s. If the league actually cared about protecting him, they'd be honest. They'd say, LeBron, take the flowers now. Take the tour. Let the arenas roar while the image is still intact. Let the jersey go up while fans still see a superstar. But they won't say that because he prints too much money. And he won't walk away either because the paycheck is too sweet. That's the loop. The league wants the revenue. He wants the contract. And the fans are the ones getting turned off in the middle. Look at what happened in Chicago. Kevin Huerter hit that game winner and instantly mirrored Rose's iconic playoff moment from years back. That wasn't planned. That wasn't staged. That was instinct. That's legacy living inside the next generation. Ask yourself this honestly. In 10 years, are players going to recreate LeBron moments? Or are they just going to joke about contracts and cap space and squeezing out one last deal before the exit? Rose thanked his mother, his brothers, the fans. He spoke like someone who understood he was part of something bigger. He called himself a vessel. That word matters. LeBron operates like a CEO, strategic, calculated, always optimizing. And that's the difference. One is a basketball player people will miss. The other feels like a corporate entity we're waiting to see log off. The contrast couldn't be clearer. Bulls players wore Rose shirts in warm-ups. Fans stayed late, chanting MVP until their voices cracked. It wasn't nostalgia, it was gratitude. LeBron is asking fans to celebrate something that isn't there anymore. He's forcing us to watch a 41-year-old body chase moments it hasn't owned consistently in years. That's not inspiring, it's uncomfortable. The reality of this season is simple. Derrick Rose played for his city. LeBron James is playing for himself. He's still chasing that scoring record, pushing it so far out of reach that no one can ever touch it. And while he climbs higher in the stat books, the Lakers' win percentage keeps sinking. One thing goes up, everything else goes down. That's the trade. You watch the games and it's hard to miss. The defense disappears. A fast break happens and there he is, hands on his hips, watching the play finish without him. In those moments, it hits you. The king isn't leading anymore. He's spectating, just in uniform.
When the season ended, I said I wasn't sure if I was going to keep playing. And I know a lot of experts told you guys what I said, but I'm here now speaking for myself. In that moment, I'm asking myself if I can still play without cheating the game. Can I give everything to the game still? Truth is, I've been asking myself this question at the end of the season for a couple years now. I just never openly talked about it. I don't care how many more points I score or what I can or cannot do on the floor. The real question for me is, can I play without cheating this game? The day I can't give the game everything on the floor is the day I'll be done. Lucky for you guys, that day is not today.
What makes it worse is how hard the media works to protect the image. They'll replay one dunk from the first quarter on loop and pretend he's still 25. Meanwhile, they quietly ignore the minus numbers, the blown rotations, the wide open layups that happen because he doesn't bother getting back. The disconnect is wild. If any other player in the league was making $52 million to play selective defense and pick their moments, they'd be cooked publicly. No mercy, no excuses. But LeBron gets a lifetime pass because of Cleveland and Miami. The resume shields everything. The sciatica storyline was just the opening chapter. It set the tone for a season built on management. Minutes managed, effort managed, expectations managed. This isn't a basketball player grinding through a season. It's a managed asset being carefully preserved. And while that asset keeps losing value on the court, the price tag never drops. That's the problem. The Lakers are stuck. They signed the extension. They committed. Now they're locked in, sleeping in the bed they made, while LeBron takes up all the blankets. Derrick Rose talked about a vibration between himself and the city, a real connection, a shared energy. LeBron has a vibration too, but it sounds more like a cash register ringing nonstop. Fans are starting to hear it. The GOAT conversation is fading for a reason. Real greats don't hang around long enough to become punchlines. They don't stay until the crowd is begging them to step aside so the team can move forward. Now imagine being a young Laker. You're grinding, you're hustling, you're trying to prove yourself, and then you realize the team can't bring in real help because a 41-year-old is swallowing the cap space to fund recovery routines and luxury comfort. That's not leadership, that's leverage. At some point, the record stops meaning more than the game itself. And right now, it feels like that line has already been crossed. This situation has turned toxic, and the frustration LeBron is feeling right now is self-inflicted. Respect isn't something you cash in from the past. You earn it on the court in the present. What you did in 2013 doesn't buy you immunity when you're getting exposed in 2026. That's why the contrast between Derrick Rose's farewell and LeBron's persistence hits so hard. It's not about age, it's about mindset. One approach is rooted in the game itself. The other is rooted in brand protection and revenue.
You're not only the MVP, Pooh. You're the people's champ. You're the people's champ.
Rose's journey ended with gratitude, tears. a city saying thank you for everything you gave us. LeBron's chapter is closing under a cloud of frustration, with a fan base ready to move forward but stuck waiting. The energy couldn't be more different. It's time to stop pretending. The image no longer matches the reality. The defense isn't there. The effort comes and goes, and the paycheck has become a punchline. If LeBron genuinely cared about the Lakers as an organization, there are two options. Take a massive pay cut and mentor the next generation, or step away and let the team reset. But that's not what's happening. He's holding on until every last dollar is extracted. Not because the team needs him, but because the contract allows it. And that choice shapes how this era will be remembered. Derrick Rose will forever be a Chicago legend. That's locked in. The love, the respect, the authenticity, it's permanent. LeBron right now feels less like a legend and more like an expensive problem the Lakers can't solve until he decides he's done. That's the real tragedy here. One legend knew when to walk away and preserved everything people loved about him. The other is stretching the moment so long that it's souring the memory. One exit felt earned, the other feels forced. History doesn't just remember greatness, it remembers how you leave. And that's the part LeBron is still writing, whether he realizes it or not. If you think it's time for LeBron to finally step aside and let the Lakers rebuild, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our NBA deep dives. The next chapter is coming whether he's ready or not.